Hey everyone, this is Ellie Mae with Silhouette Secrets Plus, and I have a quick glimpse of a recent trip for Creativation held by NAMTA that was in New Orleans that I attended in March. It was a fabulous event. I traveled with my colleague Sarah Clark with Sarah's Create Studio. We had never been to New Orleans before, so we went a little bit early and we took in the sights, sounds, artisans, all of everything we could do. We jam-packed it into the first couple days we were there. We walked and walked and walked. Bourbon Street, of course, we did it all. Everything we could, we tried to take in and not get held up by the weather. So it was just great seeing all of this culture that was down there. There's a look at our cemetery tour, which was amazing in itself to learn all about the area. Then we started with Creativation held by NAMTA. The first couple days was classes. So you signed up and pre-registered for those classes. We were moving very fast. It's a blurry photo. I take terrible selfies, but I still tried. So here's a look at some of the things we were creating. We were working with some new products, new stamps, new stamp pads that are coming out. I am not a mixed media artist, but maybe I'll get into it. This was an amazing class. Sharpie had the Transformers artist there who was drawing his art for us. Another card that I created in class that I really fell in love with. And this is just a little bit from that very first day that I collected along the way. Lots of more things as we went onto the show floor. Our goal was to walk the entire floor the first day and see what there was. We made it through 2 aisles. That was it. We stopped, we chatted, we made friends, we made connections. We had a blast. There was so many vendors there, and I want to give you a look. There was artists. I loved being able to sit down and talk with these artists. These are hand-painted custom wine bottles. It was amazing, and I enjoyed myself so much in being able to see that firsthand, all under one roof. Meeting another artist that I followed for years, Annie Lambertini. If I said that right, I'll put her links in the description below. She made that right there at the event, the mask. There's some leather flowers. She sculpts, she molds, and I followed her for many years. So it was great to see her there in action. We had a little bit of fun. Axe throwing, I stuck it twice. That's it. And some treats on the show floor. Now, I could probably talk your ear off about this. I did do a time lapse of the unpacking of the product and the supplies I brought back. Now, this is an entire collection of different things. It's from class supplies, it's make and takes, demos, products from vendors that to test and to try. It's also demo products that are not quite full or have been opened and they didn't want to take home, or extra product that they had that they were just waiting for. There's projects that I made while I was at the Creativation, products to test with, stamp supplies from classes, all kinds of different things. New pens from Sharpie, that is a class that I took, where they were showing us all the Sharpies I have later on. They have the Sharpie gel pens that are new as well. I've tested both of those so far. I just don't have any information out that I've put out on them yet. Trying to get all this organized in not only my head, but on paper, and to put out more information about it. Had a great time. One of the best things about the entire event is the connections. Meeting new people and having fun and just being able to brainstorm with them, meet other creatives. It is amazing what can happen when you get other creative minds together and things that you never even think about. So all kinds of ideas that are still running around inside of my head. Some of them are on paper to hopefully make their way to show you on the Silhouette Secrets YouTube channel and the Silhouette Secrets blog. I really went into this with a lot of thinking of how I could turn this around and make things for use with the Silhouette cutting machine or the Caesar cutting machines, and to bring that new product and show you how you can utilize that. So all kinds of fun goodies to play with. Card making, which is something I've always loved to do, just being able to practice and play with not new products, new stamp pads, new stamps, new die cuts, all of it can be utilized with a Silhouette machine in some way or form to make a project. So it's really cool to see how all of this came together. It was a great event. If you are at all interested in checking it out, you can check out NAMTA. I'll put a link below this. It is a registration only event that you do have to be a member to attend or with a member. And it just really depends on where you are in the industry. But it's also a way for creatives, content creators like myself, instructors, to be able to see some new products in advance and be able to start thinking about ways that those can be used in the projects that we do share and teach. So all kinds of awesome stuff. As you can see, it just keeps going. And I don't want to bore you, but if you're still with me, you're going to see here that this is one of the things I really focused on. Pens is something people always ask about, so I ended up with a lot. Now, in hindsight, we thought while we were at the event, hey, we should have taken the pen holders for the cutting machines and taken them with us so we could just see. There was all kinds of fabulous stuff. You saw those little lollies that I held in my hand. We'd call them jelly beans, but there were vendors from all over the world, from Australia, from the UK. It was really cool to see the different techniques, the different products, the different styles. Talk with those vendors, hear their accents. I loved to hear that as well. But just be able to connect with those people. And there it is, a little glimpse behind the scenes. This took me quite a while, even though it's a time lapse, it took me quite a while to unpack all my goodies, and I still need to go back through them, finish some projects, and start organizing things to be able to share that information. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I will continue to update the description of this video as I test products and put out information with demos or just playing around with it. But I think it's time for me to go and start to be creative and get some of those things checked off my list. Thanks for joining me. I look forward to being able to start playing with some of this stuff and to share with you that in the future.